Okay, it's my first afternoon in Glacier National Park. I spent last night in Jasper, not Glacier National Park, sorry, Jasper National Park, Canadian National Park. I spent my last night in Jasper. It's was very hip town, kind of, everything's extremely expensive. Seemed like they were catering to very wealthy people. It was a wealthy resort, kind of like a Aspen in Colorado. A lot of international. They got elk wandering around. I kind of just got to a park about less than a kilometer away from downtown from the main street, and whipped up my tent. I got in late, so it was. And I thought I'd just find a campground, but there weren't any right there. It was going to take a pedal out of town and pedal back, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to do that because I wanted to shop in the morning. So I found a place just outside of downtown with enough tall grass and a lot of these kind of trees I have around me right now. You can see a lot of these kind of things, but tall enough grass. I was able to hide between the railroad tracks and the main highway, and I guess you couldn't sell that kind of property to tourists because there were freight trains going by all night. But then I woke up. When I woke up in the morning, I slept maybe 4 hours, and I got up. It didn't rain, and there were all these elk all around me. I don't know why I didn't pull out my camera right then, because I was trying to, I was stealth camping in a legal spot, and I know all around the town. I even saw one riding around on a bicycle. There were like park rangers guys patrolling, and yeah, I could have gotten in trouble for staying where I was staying. But I had all these giant elk all around me. I mean, when I say around me, within 10 meters of me. Maybe 20 to 30 of them. And they were big. Some had short antlers. Their antlers weren't fully developed, but they were big, big animals, so you knew they were going to get big. Some were just young, a lot of females, some babies, but man, elk are massive animals. I got to take care of the food I'm cooking right now. I'll show you. I got a lentil soup that needs a little stirring there. I don't know if I can do these two things at once. Hey, this is dangerous. I don't want to knock that pot off. It's going okay. So you got to cook this in the pot, and it's got to cook for a while because those lentils got to get soft. Should have the top on, but instead I made some hot chocolate. So let's drink that. Here's my campsite. It's there's the old Sultan of Solo. It's been raining. It rained, so I stayed in Jasper this morning. Went to a grocery, picked up a couple things because I don't know what to expect on this next couple hundred miles down the Icefields Parkway. But it was pouring. It started raining, and it just kept raining and raining. I had a good breakfast in a restaurant, and that's where all the park rangers live, right there. I got a spot right near them. Hope they're not too loud and party animals tonight. But if you look around here, man, look at all these dead. These are lodgepole pines, struck by the pine beetle. And they're everywhere. Most of these are dead. If I look into the forest, there are some live ones right behind me. Beyond that forest, there's a lake. Now, but here, take a look at this. As I wandered around, you look closer at things, and you see they've been replanting. And you'll see them, you can tell where they're replanted, kind of in the barriers between campsites. So when the trees are gone, see? Red ribbon on that one, there's one there. Now, I met a guy who was involved in replanting these up right at the end of the Cassier Highway. There's some small ones just been planted. But he said he was planting some kind of pine beetle resistant trees, somehow genetically modified or something, but they're resistant to disease. They say one reason the pine beetle is getting so bad here is global warming, and they're not getting the freezing cold winters, which in the past would kill the pine beetle, so they couldn't survive up here. You know, they had more problems down, I think, in Wyoming and Colorado, and with their pines there from the pine beetle. But up here, the winters used to be much colder, I guess, and it would kill them. Not anymore. So maybe they're developing resistant, genetically modified, resistant species. I don't know. You know, when you genetically modify things, it also brings about unexpected consequences quite often. But with these trees dying, they dry out faster. So wildfires are becoming a bigger problem. But it depends on how you look at wildfires. Maybe they're a solution. They seem to be part of the natural course of things up here up north. Back to my campsite and my lentil vegetable soup. Okay, I gotta focus on my meal. Finish doing that tomorrow. I got a big day. I'd like to get to the Icefields Parkway office, you know, and there's a high pass up there right before the pass, but I don't know. There's a lot of big hills on this road, so I don't know if I can do a 55-mile day with these mountain passes. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.